Let's go! It's Friday. I'm feeling great. Court is now in session. All rise for the sports judge. Welcome back to the channel. So let's get into it. What's next for Aaron Rodgers? What does he do now? Does he venture into a deep cave and disappear from the face of this earth? I mean, what's going on here? Does he get ready for another one of his darkness retreats where he'll spend 5 days in total darkness alone? Does this mean he goes away forever and always? What's going to happen? I want to know what the future holds for Aaron Rodgers, the most annoying NFL player. Maybe he's going to be on TV and appear in movies soon. Like, Aaron definitely has the talent for that. It would be one of those films that will make you feel awkward, no doubt. I can literally sense this man getting his own reality TV show on Netflix or something. Mr. Rogers' Crazy Neighborhood. I don't know. I'm bad when it comes to titles. What we do know is that Aaron Rodgers won't be back with the New York Jets. And why would he? The Rodgers experiment was a disaster. Rodgers to the Jets was one of the biggest failures in NFL history. 2023, he missed the season with a devastating injury. 2024, 5-12 record. Surely not how they planned it out. It didn't work. It was an awful experiment and blew up the organization yet again. It's the New York Jets, right? I mean, what could possibly go wrong? Nice job letting him sink the franchise, letting him get a coach fired, letting him make a massive trade for his buddy and wide receiver Devontae Adams, who Rodgers demanded, and now he's gone. I seriously can't imagine what a humiliation it would be to live your life as a miserable, pitiful Jets fan. Literally nothing going for your team. Your team implodes, just humiliation after humiliation. You get Aaron Rodgers, a veteran quarterback, a Super Bowl winning quarterback, and it comes crashing down. Yeah, I kind of think deep down we knew he wouldn't be returning to the Jets next season, especially with what their expectations are right now. They put together a team they thought could contend and potentially reach the Super Bowl. The word on the street was that they were just a quarterback away from being a true contender. This is kind of what they were competing for. They want to be one of those teams that are competing and thought Aaron Rodgers would do it for them. And it never did happen the way they anticipated it to go. I don't think they're crying because the Jets have sense to know better. I think more than anything, the city, the fans, the organization are happy he's not returning next season. You can find a better quarterback. Not only a better quarterback, but you need a long-term solution, not a bridge quarterback or not a one-year fix. And I don't care that his first name is Aaron and his last name is Rodgers. He was not coming back. Even if he did, the people wouldn't even believe it. Definitely his worst season I could remember, shockingly bad. Or was it really that shocking when Rodgers' decline was undeniable? And I kept saying that he was in decline and nobody wanted to open their eyes and see it for themselves. They had to watch it all play out before they could actually say, Rodgers is washed. He's done. He's a has-been. If I'm Rodgers, I'm retiring from the NFL. I'm going to enjoy life, take my vacations, travel the world, and just be willing to accept that I can't do it anymore. I'm no longer that guy who can play this game at an MVP caliber level. The Jets are expected to move on from Rodgers after the team announced they will not be having him back on the team. Not to sound harsh or like an asshole, but Rodgers can go home and sit on his couch, grab a bag of potato chips, and snack on them. Jay Glazer, who does a phenomenal job at Fox Sports, reported that Aaron Rodgers flew back to New Jersey last week to meet with the Jets about his future with the team and was told right then and there that the team was basically done with him. That means he'll be a June 1st destination that allows him to sign with any team in the league on March 12th if he opts to continue to play. Given that Rodgers flew back to New Jersey to discuss his future, all signs point to him continuing to play. It just won't be for the New York Jets. Sounds like he's not thinking about retirement anytime soon. That campsite, that retreat, that hidden island in the Caribbean, somewhere is still calling him. I'm ready to see him retire. Get a new hobby, bro. I think it's time to try something new besides football. Maybe acting or being the next guy soon to be married, appearing on one of those TV shows my babe looks at on TV. Some nights it's a battle for the TV in the family room because of those shows. To stay on point though, football might not be it anymore. The real question becomes, does Rodgers hang it up, or where does he play next season since he's willing to be this guy that continues to go on with his career, and since he's willing to put a big dent in his legacy? I just have no desire to see him going forward. The fact his legacy is in the toilet, you would think is enough to say, you know, maybe I should just give it up. I got one Super Bowl ring. One is better than zero. I had a great career in Green Bay, but now I'm going to leave the game and have no regrets about it. Right now, he's been like Brett Favre. The same was going on with him, in which he didn't know how to call it a career and had this itch to play. The one thing that is different is Rodgers hasn't held any team hostage the way Favre did. In a lot of ways, he and Favre are similar because they make it all about them. You remember, Favre needed to be the center of attention at all times, who feel their needs are more important, who feel they can call the shots and do whatever they want and get whatever it is they want. It's all about assuming as much power like they're the general manager or team executive when they're just a player. And that's who Aaron Rodgers is. He wants to be involved in everything. And it's about him being in control of everything. Chill out. You're just a quarterback. It's a very important position, but that doesn't mean you get to call all the shots just because you're 40 years old and been around the league for a long time. It's annoying just because if you were to sign this guy, he'll come in of the mindset that you have to do it his way. And that's the problem I have with Aaron Rodgers. It's his way or no way. He's just like Jerry Jones, just with no ownership experience. And the other thing, he's not even that good anymore to be telling an organization how to operate and run their business. I would understand if he was still playing like he did in his prime, but dude is washed up now, and he wants to go to a franchise and pretty much poison the franchise. We can live without Aaron Rodgers, to me. Anybody but Aaron Rodgers. Many in league circles expect Pittsburgh to move on from Russell Wilson, and Rodgers would be the better veteran to replace him. You're trying out different veteran quarterbacks in Pittsburgh when you could be better off drafting a rookie quarterback if you're not going to stick with Justin Fields and allow him to develop. Like, of all the teams that need a quarterback, the Steelers is one of them, and they're already having conversations about Aaron Rodgers. I don't understand why the Steelers are favorites to land him, because if I'm the Steelers, I wouldn't even want to touch him. If you thought this past season was horrible, just think what next season could look like for the Pittsburgh Steelers with Rodgers as their quarterback. Yeah, I would pass on Aaron Rodgers and leave him at the retirement home. Bringing in Rodgers to that Steelers offense makes no sense. It makes absolutely zero sense. It's not a good fit for Pittsburgh. Don't even think about it. If you go for Rodgers, I would assume you would have to give him guys like Deebo Samuel, Cooper Kupp, and even Devontae Adams. But Rodgers is 41. That's long for most quarterbacks. And I've seen enough to say that his time is done. It's time to go home. The Aaron Rodgers era was a bust. It sucked. The Jets were awful. There were blowouts, heartbreaking losses, tough losses that were hard to stomach. Think about the debate every week after every loss all season. The Aaron Rodgers talk. I would say this was the worst experiment in Jets history. Nothing else comes close to that. Nothing can compete with that. I'm good with Rodgers not coming back. New coach on the block. And usually, here's another thing. And usually when another coach or when a new coach comes in, he wants to get a good look at another quarterback, bring in his own guy. Aaron Glenn is now the coach of the New York Jets. You're not just thinking about next year. You're thinking about the future, years from now. You're going to need a franchise quarterback, and Rodgers was never going to be that for the New York Jets. And look, if you're a Jets fan, you hated every second of this. And Rodgers made you hate football. He made you hate it with a passion. It made you hate the entire season. It was just such a miserable, awful, disgusting experience. And now Jets fans are probably saying good riddance. All right, everyone. It's been real, as always. I hope you guys are having a great Friday. Thanks for taking the time out of your day. I know there's a variety of choices out there, but I thank you guys for pausing for a second and taking the time out of your day to check out my content and to be very supportive of the channel. And if you guys haven't hit the subscribe button already, please do me a huge favor. Hit the subscribe button for your guy. And you guys can also keep up with me on various platforms. You guys can find me on Instagram, SportsJudge85. You guys can also find me on Twitter, SportsJudge85. And you guys can find my Facebook page, The Sports Judge. Look me up there as well. And to all my viewers out there, once again, thank you guys so much. We'll talk again very soon. But until next time, you guys take care and see you guys next time.